To eat a scorpion stinger?
We need to find him.
Princess, I didn't know people could eat this.
I come from a harsh and unforgiving land.
Then you have to eat a pheromone sac.
I love Mentacar.
And then a couple of seconds later, the camp is attacked and you have to fight a bunch of Dominion. So you go from dramatic to comedic to more drama, back to comedic, then you're surrounded by violent murder, all in a couple of minutes. It was total mindfuck. I have to say that now these new, old characters are in the mix, the story does get a lot more interesting. Not because the plot really goes anywhere because of them, but the dynamic between the now four main characters actually has something to it. I think it's a shame that you're not more familiar with Faye and Halleck before seeing them again, as this moment could have been significantly more dramatic and impactful, instead of being a funny. At points it feels like they tried to cram the material of at least 2 games, or one 20-hour single-player RPG, into one small experience, so a lot of the story feels rushed and unnatural as a result. That's not to say there aren't sparks of the BioWare I used to enjoy so much, it's just unfortunate that instances of quality storytelling are so few and far between. My enjoyment of the game did especially improve every time the character of Halleck was on screen. He has an infectious energy to him, his performance is good, and I really like past their prime characters who are full of regret and cocky pride in themselves.
Faye and I have 2 years of research and light work on this, and you want what? Jump in the end and claim credit?
I really feel that, if given proper time and development, some of the characters here could have been truly memorable and interesting, even with how much I hate their costume design. What the hell is this? Why do they look so stupid? Your character informs Halleck and Faye that you're going back to the Heart of Rage.
No idea.
I'm going back to the Heart of
Seems
Rage.
to be where the signal is coming from.
Really?
The Dominion wants a cenotaph. Corvus hired me to get it first.
And they reluctantly agree to band together to get the job done.
One job. Just one.
Faye informs you that there's an ancient suit of special armor with unique shields that should be able to help you get through the Heart of Rage. And now what is possibly the worst mission in the entire game that most people are in agreement on. It's really, really bad. I think they fixed it a little bit, but it was still really bad when I played it, and that's all I can talk about as my own experience. So you're tasked with exploring 4 different tombs in your search for this special javelin, but before you can enter any of them, you have to complete
Shield research
trials,
submarines are
which doesn't
extremely
sound
useful
too
for
bad
taking
on
the
paper.
fight to
But
bad
no,
guys
these
while underwater.
trials are nothing
These
but
subs
tasks
feature
such
advanced
as
tracking
revive
equipment,
3
ideal for
people,
locating enemies
open
or
15
items of
treasure
interest.
chests, collect 10 collectibles, menial tasks that usually would be relegated to nothing more than optional side quests or challenges, but for some reason are forced upon the player to gatekeep and inflate playtime. I think that's the reason. I can't think of why they would choose to do this. Maybe they didn't want people finishing it too quick. I don't know. Completing these trials is frustrating enough, let alone how irritating and tedious it is. Navigating the open world. Just to get around, I had to continuously open the map just so I could tell if I was heading in the right direction. I was so intensely bored through this section of the game that I, honest to God, nearly abandoned playing it, hence the video. But I got through it after a couple of wasted hours grinding in the open
research
world.
vessel covered
What
with
fun. Yeah, I'm really going to suggest to my friends that they should
labeling.
pick up Anthem. Yeah, we have missions like this. Eventually, you finally head to the final tomb to find the javelin. There's some pretty rudimentary puzzles you have to complete to unlock a door to mix things up a little. They're never actually challenging, but I appreciate the idea, I guess. Variety is the spice of life and all that. Once you kill some scorpions and do more puzzles, you wind up in some kind of burial chamber, where a coffin opens and gives you yet another MacGuffin to try and keep track of. Jesus.
Don't tell
We
me.
have multiple
You got
layers
here
of
on a
MacGuffin
really
theme
long
now. I'm
spider
pretty
line.
sure there are more to come. I'm afraid there's no turning back now.
You're not
Can't
the
escape the
only one.
MacGuffins in Anthem. The
Compliments
monitor
of
comes
Mr.
back
Nick
and projects
Fury
himself
and
into the same room as you,
You know
which I
I
guess
could
is
fit you
something
with a
that
rocket-propelled
characters can
iron
do
suit.
in this world, whatever. And goes slightly more into his motivations.
Sounds
He basically just wants the ultimate MacGuffin, the Anthem, so he can be Ultima. His motivation is paper thin,
Yeah.
and it's not
Is
very
it the maid's
interesting,
day
and it
off?
gets no more
What a
development,
mess.
and he's just a bad character. It's as simple as that. Although what bothers me even more than the dull, uninspired writing is having to watch 2 comical, toy-looking mech people try and have a conversation as if it's normal. Now what is interesting about 2 characters whose faces you either can barely see or never see, showing no emotion, talking about nothing interesting, having no personality, while they're trying to sell this flowery sci-fi mumbo-jumbo garbage. Nothing is the answer. Nothing. Oh yeah, and we can't forget about
Get glitched.
It's too bad. It's too bad to let that go. They say that you're surrounded by the Dominion, and it's built up as if there's going to be an exciting escape sequence.
Okay. When you said there was a Dominion outside, did you mean all the Dominion? Just run. Need to get out of there. Boss,
Think about how cool this could be to be flying through an action set piece while you're being chased by soldiers and you're having to dodge left and right. Oh, it could be so much fun. But no, you just sort of fly in a straight line, and then the mission ends. The only time truly exciting things happen with javelins is in cutscenes that you have no part of, no control over at all. Would have been quite nice to play this, really. Huh. Looks a lot more interesting than what you actually get to do. Yeah. There's a decent cutscene where Halleck puts his differences aside and finally welcomes you aboard.
We need you if we're gonna pull this off. So welcome aboard.
Try using your laser to cut a shape out of that.
Thanks.
I'll get this rider moving.
And Owen gets in a swap with you.
What do you want me to do? Just stand in the corner and look pretty again?
Keep an eye out for the monitor.
And if he shows up?
No one can get inside the fortress but us. Whatever turns up, I'll make sure we're ready for it.
Good luck with that.
My spider sense is tingling.
Oh, hey.
Because you have to keep reminding him over and over again that he's not allowed to be a javelin
My
pilot
spidey
because
sense.
it will make him
Something
go
close by.
crazy. Because remember, he's a Cypher. I think that's what they're called. Cypher DS. Cypher DS on the back of the book.
Switch.
It was here that I noticed some strange inconsistencies with the setup of the hub world area, where you can have optional conversations with characters who have a speech bubble icon above their heads, which have minor little choices you can make, which don't really do anything significant, but they're still there to remind you, hey, remember when we did things that were good? I went over to Owen, who happily greeted me with,
Hello. Good to see you.
You're in a good mood.
It seems I've become a bit of a celebrity.
even though moments ago, as you probably remember, he just angrily walked away from me because he was so upset with how I was treating him. Quite weird, isn't it? This is clearly a product of how open the game design has to be because of the looter-shooter gameplay loop. I suppose there's so much to worry about, this must have been missed as an oversight. Yet another example of how the multiple different design philosophies fight each other at every corner and then ultimately hurt the end of the heroes. Next you head over to the Fortress of Dawn, in a seemingly never-ending hunt for this bloody javelin. This mission acts as a way to build up the history of the universe a little bit, in a way that is
Spider
less on
sense
the
is
nose
tingling.
compared to earlier. You place the signet you retrieve from the coffin into a mural, and you're pulled into some kind of alternate reality, where you have to prove that you're worthy of this special javelin. This was the first time in the entire campaign where a little bit of creativity seemed to be coming through. Oh look, a new way of showing me
Good
something.
job,
By
Spidey.
having me play it. That's neat. It's nice to be a little bit surprised after doing hours of the same repetitive tasks over and over. And even then, all you actually have to do is kill a titan. At this point, this is still quite exciting. But it is surprising how much the context can enhance or weaken a gameplay moment like this. Unfortunately, though, there's always a negative with this goddamn game. Because I was playing solo and on normal difficulty, and with this encounter clearly being intended for 4 players, it took me about 11 minutes to take the boss down. It wasn't particularly hard, I just had an obscene amount of health. To the point where I was starting to check my watch. Come on, man, why is this taking so long? I get as strong and powerful, but come on, give me a break. Safe to say, whenever I played solo, I changed the difficulty to easy to avoid this happening again. The second trial I found to be more interesting story-wise. Again, the gameplay design is effectively no different. You simply have to hold ground and defend a point. But I like the idea of how you're put into the shoes of the famous javelin pilot who earned her reverence by doing this exact event in the past. Still, it would have been better if you were forced to relive famous historical events in a more literal way. But with these games, I'll take whatever world rankings I can get. Pretty stingy. The final trial is basically just your initiation into the Golden Circle, showing you flashbacks of past events from the game. It's kinda neat. I would have enjoyed more inventive stuff like this throughout the story. They clearly avoid it though because every mission has to be playable with 4 people at the same time. And there always needs to be action all the time. Otherwise your friends might get bored. Finally, you awkwardly swagger into the resting place of the javelin you need.
And you're making all this noise? Get him, boys!
They can't hear you.
Owen!
Oh dear. Not working out. That's a shame.
What the hell are you doing?
Come on, Max. Isn't it obvious?
So Owen betrays you, and I have mixed thoughts on this. On one hand, it does sort of make sense considering how he's mentioned throughout the entire game, pretty much from his first cutscene, how he feels entitled to some greater responsibility, and every single time you shoot him down. And his plan to deliver the javelin to the monitor so he leaves the fort alone isn't even that stupid. No more stupid than trying to stop it himself.
No more waiting. Not putting me on the sideline. If I side with a monitor, he'll leave the fort alone.
How can you help the Dominion? You know what they've done.
I know exactly what they've done.
However, while the story does everything in its power to make this moment feel like a betrayal that's earned and makes sense, it doesn't sit quite right with me. Perhaps it's because the development of the character is surface level at best, and you barely get any idea of the relationship that the protagonist is supposed to have with him. So from our perspective, it's not even that extreme. Considering what we're told the stakes are, people do dumb things when they're scared, I guess. Or maybe it's because the setup of two hulking, power-armored humans trying to have a dramatic scene is so incredibly stupid looking that it's hard to take it seriously. Oh my god, this is so dumb. And let alone the fact that your character can only muster a feeble...
Damn it.
Luckily, and I quote, most of the seals are keyed to the general signet.
Jesus Christ.
Meaning that even though Owen took the javelin, he can't do anything major with it. Okay, if you say so. It's convenient. So the new objective is to build your own parts based off what Faye analysed, scanning the Javelin of Dawn from when you're talking to her.
Faye, are you suggesting we build our own Javelin of Dawn? Not the whole Javelin, just certain seals, but... Yes.
Give me the plans. I can build it.
So you're Art Basta for us now?
Why not? I've built whole javelins from scraps before. Now we're just gonna make a couple seals. I'd have to jump over a few flaming chimeras first, but we'll get it done.
And flaming chimera jumping is chapter 1 of the Freelancer Handbook.
The story comes to somewhat of a standstill again, as you're given the task of gathering materials and contacts. You have a choice to assist characters called either Matthias or Dax. I chose Dax first, who is a somewhat irritating princess or something. That was her story. She's a princess.
My spidey sense.
What the hell is happening?
My aunt left a journal. She was onto something big. No. Legend has it.
What is with the comedy in this game? It's so bad. Does anyone find this funny? Genuinely? You're effectively sent on a side quest where you investigate a site where people have been mysteriously vanishing. There's some neat scenery and helps to build up the mystery of the relics a bit. I'd show some footage, but about 2 hours of my video corrupted for some reason, so it looks like this. You can still hear the sound though.
I always miss the good stuff. Still time for you to join us. Love to, but these scars are really mean. Stay alive. We're all about you.
Oh yeah, but then the sound in the game broke, so even what's that? Great. Speaking of which, I had the sound completely break about 3 times in my 20 plus hours of game time, which required a hard reset every time to fix. Thank God it never happened during a cutscene I actually needed the audio for. It would have been very, very annoying. While we're on the subject of bugs, I may as well briefly talk about my experience with them. For the most part, the game was okay. However, there was a general lack of polish to most aspects. I think it's quite clear that this game could have used more time cooking in the oven. It wasn't uncommon to spot visual glitches or enemies disappearing for no reason, and I know this isn't exactly a bug, but those pre-day one patch loading screens were so bad that I just quit playing until its official release. It was obviously a mistake to release the game in the truncated and confusing way that they did. It's done the overall perception absolutely no favours. It's all anyone's talking about. The loading screen simulator. I think, to be fair, the loading screens are just fine now on PC for the most part. I can't speak for console, of course. However, they are ugly and look terrible and break up the continuity and flow of the gameplay. They even made these loading screens where you're kind of suiting up like Iron Man, but they get interrupted by loading screens. Why didn't they just have those be the loading screens, man? That's way cooler. Everyone likes to complain about the ship loading screens in Destiny, but at least in that game it keeps you grounded in the world, and you can still access your menus and customization while you're waiting. Once you've completed Dax's quest, then you complete one for Matthias. It was interesting because he starts off as a pretty bland and pedestrian character, but through the events of the story wind up being a lot better. This is because you retrieve some kind of relic that messes with reality to the point where Matthias gets split into 3 parts.
Matthias.
What's new?
With each one of them embodying a different extreme aspect of his personality. The dynamic displays some character that the game desperately needs. It's refreshing to see a character who's more unique and isn't supposed to be too cool for school or a badass all the time. Once you've completed all the separate tasks, you can finally assemble the Shield of Dawn. You're informed that the Monitor is making his move towards the Heart of Rage, but the seals Halleck has made aren't properly working because he must be missing some important detail from the design of the Javelin of Dawn.
I
got the seals ready.
I am designed only for conquest.
Explain.
Everything's a
Nothing
spec, but
can penetrate
don't
my
have to do
psionic
hell
force
in a
field.
way. Something's missing from the design.
There is no time for this.
The growing pressure causes a fight to break out between your gang, mostly because Halleck can't admit that he's not capable of being an all-powerful freelancer anymore. that he can't do everything himself because of his pride.
You still can't sure?
I know you can't. Both of you, stop. We don't have time to waste fighting each other.
No. We don't.
Behold my awesome power!
He gets to talk to Alec, but he's done a runner and blown off in his own javelin to the Fortress of Dawn, probably hoping to find the missing detail that he needs to finish the job. We track him down and he reveals that Owen saved him by surprise attack from the baddies.
This looks pretty impressive.
Who's Owen?
Owen.
He has a corny monologue while they awkwardly sit on a wall, again showing how stupid it is to try and have emotional cutscenes take place while they're in ridiculous over-the-top Transformer outfits. I don't know why this just doesn't work for me. Owen shows up and explains how he tried to use the Javelin of Dawn to get into the Heart of Rage, but it malfunctioned and left him disfigured. He genuinely apologizes for what he did, but he's not sorry enough to give you the Javelin of Dawn. He is nice enough to give you another MacGuffin that should now make your shield work. He flies away and you never see him again. This whole sequence feels rushed. Something about it feels very awkward and convenient. There's so many questions, so many details that are left untouched. Why? So much potential drama here. You've just thrown it all away, pissed it away, and fart in the wind. When you get back at least, there's a nice scene where Halleck apologizes for being a hard-ass, which basically completes his arc in the game. He's the only character I can point to as an example of someone who actually changes and learns something. Everyone else basically stays the same, other than that guy that was ripped in 3, but this is probably why I actually enjoyed his character, because he feels like a person who, despite his flaws, can put them aside for something more important. A bit of nobility and weakness goes a long way in creating likable characters.
Thanks for the kick in the ass, partner.
We're at the end of the story now that the Dawn Shield is fully functional.
You're right, go
at the beginning of the game. It's kind of disappointing how similar this area is. It doesn't particularly come across as if this area is on the verge of collapsing more than it did the first time you were there. It could have aided the sense of urgency of the contrast and more extreme. I'd heard through the grapevine that this last level was supposed to be quite good, if not one of the only good levels in the entire game. So I had high hopes for something exciting. However, while the environment is something fresh compared to the previous hours of the game, you're still effectively doing the exact same thing as the other missions. Fighting the same enemies, killing the same boss, protecting objectives, flying around collecting orbs. The only real thing that makes them stand out is the final boss.
But I am silencing the Sun attack. It's not here. The monitor's dead.
The story fizzles at this point, almost boldly admitting that they've done basically nothing to develop it, just the villain. So how about you just chance to just visual power! There you go. Whatever
Was it?
First off, his design feels more like a strike force from Destiny instead of the ultimate enemy, the final conflict to end all conflicts at the climax of the game. The fight is somewhat enjoyable. You have to battle in a couple of different arenas and he uses a nice variety of moves to keep you on your toes. You don't really get to kill him though. Once the battle ends, Halleck and Faye crash their AT-ATs. Faye uses her Cypher powers to disable the Cenotaph, you unplug it like a laptop charger. Heart of Rage is stopped, I guess. Right, well, credits. The final bit of story of note is kind of like a PS at the end of the credits of Marvel Stinger. Someone just found a scout sitting around somewhere, teasing that these enemies will make an appearance at some point in the future, since they're getting this like a quick ball, of course. It's a weird scene because they don't really seem to be worried that the potentially powerful force of creatures are coming to destroy them.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't care, I don't care. So that's it. That's the story of Anthem. You got the apparent 5 to 6 year production cycle of this game, and that's nearly half a decade of work. A plot based around an event with no real looming threat or suspensive countdown. Characters who range from being cookie cutter, interesting but underdeveloped, straight up dreadful, unlikable, bad, and a poorly set up world that has interesting elements here and there, with none of it being introduced in a satisfying or cohesive way. All in all, the whole thing is kind of about nothing. Most you could say is that the story is about working together as a team, which is literally on the same level as fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! It barely even feels like the BioWare I used to adore so much. I cannot stand this trend of having lore over an actual story. Attach to these universes because of the lore.
Literally, Jesus, who's going there?
That once you've experienced the story, there's more to explore on your own terms. It's all mixed up now. Without a compelling narrative to draw you in, what is the point? I know the point is that it's supposed to give context to the repetitive looter-shooter grind, but let me pose this question. Is there anyone out there who genuinely thinks that this game right here would not be better served as a single-player game? A single-player game that would have more cutscenes, more character development.
I hope you enjoyed that quick little Hellcat are putting out. Obviously, it's a callback from an old joke from ancient times, so maybe some of you guys haven't even been around long enough to understand where that comes from. But either way, who fucking cares? Just buy the shirt because it looks cool, and yeah, I mean, you don't have to buy it. I mean, do what you want to do, but it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, the designs are definitely on point for this one, and I helped out for a lot of it and made a lot of decisions to try to get it perfect the way I liked it. But yeah, guys, check it out. Link will be in the description. Look that shit right now if you're interested. But otherwise, hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching and all the support. And I'll talk to you all later.
Safe for now. But my power is focused on
That's
this
a
force
bright
field.
pink shirt.
Keep me safe.
Oh, hey, Droid. How can we be so far underwater and yet protected by the mind of a mere mortal?
Bright pink.
Oh, is it bully Droid today or something?
I didn't say anything. I think you look great. You know that nightmare that you imagine you go to school without your pants on? Droid never had that nightmare. Droid, he had that dream.
Yeah, it was great. It was a fantasy. Yeah. Here's coffee, half a mug of milk, half a mug of coffee.
He had 3 pounds of sugar.
Believe it or not, I grew up a little poor, okay? And basically, Daddy didn't really nice stuff. Daddy really nice food. But the last week of the month, it was like fucking awesome. And I got so desperate for sugar one time that I just started eating spoons of sugar. I was straight up started eating spoons of sugar.
He's boiling spoons of sugar.
I was desperate. I was down bad for the sugar.
How old were you?
Last week I was 19, yes.
Okay, can we play some Minecraft? Who's ready? We're good to go, yeah? Yeah. I think we start off with classic and kind of do some other stuff, you know?
Alright. His 48 seconds of energy from the sugar he just ate.
Yeah, we
now.
gotta before you practice. Let's go. Okay, there we go.
What are we doing? Maker 3, the coffee's got about 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to it.
You gotta break the blocks. You gotta try and make
Why?
people follow you.
No. Oh, is that what we're doing? Look. Oh, you little bad.
Oh, you little pussy.
What is that?
Droid is dead.
Why is there a big ass gong?
Shall we, my amazing friends?
No.
It's so loud.
It's pretty loud. Come on, Evan, you got this.
We're going for the ace.
Alright, just fucking get it over
It appears as though he may have been caught in the destruction of the tanker, sir. I am detecting another vessel.
Get it over with.
Come on, I can fake this like all those other Minecraft content creators. Come on.
Yeah, dude.
Come on.
Yeah, Badass is a professional speedrunner.
Oh no!
Whoa, man, you're so good at Minecraft.
It's the greatest!
Wow! Now it's time to go molest some children. What? No. Wait, I thought we were doing the bit where we were being where we were.
You're trying to be a Minecraft YouTuber. We're doing the joke. Yeah, I get it, but
I thought we were doing the exclusive footage. Let's get right into the exclusive footage.
I thought everyone else was yelling something.
So that's where we got the idea. Yeah, that is true.
Are we playing the Shanghai?
Bonus.
You moron!
What was that? Who did that?
Who's doing that?
Me. You pick up items and they do different things.
Oh wow! I don't know how do you use them. that do?
Help me, Evan! I was invisible! You fucking bitch! Bro, Evan, you just throw a potion in the middle of the door and kill me?
Oh, did I?
You
Oh, I did. Did I kill you?
Yes! That's why I was mad at you! Alright, that's you killed me. I want you to win. Let's go, bro.
Get over there.
Let's go. Get that bonus. Get that in the phone.
To prove that you get that reason.
Oh, he's invisible! He's invisible! No!
What is that? What does this do? What does this do?
Makes you invisible.
Dude, they're invisible people. Amazing play. Let's fucking grab it.
Just went invisible
Here,
again.
just slurping a bunch of cock.
Hold on, let me...
Oh my god, do something! Shut the fuck up. I'm looking for the next potion.
The sword! He's got a sword!
Man. What? A fucking sword?
Makes it go
You
like...
damn noobs! Kill each other!
No! How do you aim it from so fucking far? Sorry, no, I'm really at this point.
Hey, man, it's just like my life. This is actually fun.
Spider sense. What is it?
Shut up, Moo.
Shut up!
Hey, Moo, will I kill Brian for you?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we're good.
He went right here.
Yeah.
I lost him. I see his bubbles.
Yeah, I got him! Let's go!
Got it, Joker!
I went fucking head. I saw you around
I
for a
was wondering what
second.
happened there. Let's go drive, let's go drive, let's go drive.
Oh, we're stuck in the cobwebs.
You're stuck in the cobwebs.
Stop it!
Oh no! Oh no, they're both stuck.
Oh.
Oh, you're like saving him because he's in the cobwebs.
That's hilarious.
And the final word, Brian. The only way you can win, Brian.
Exit. Alt F4, please. Just try. Do it. Real quick.
Right, you could have just broke the block underneath him and won.
You could have drove to Moo's house and unplugged his computer.
Oh my god.
Steps running outside.
So, wait, like, I still up in my house.
He opens the door, just a shoe goes flying through the doorway. Don't worry, just next time he's doing well, just scream racial slurs.
Really? Did the banging? Really?
Hey Doc, why do you need all those cosmic bricks?
Let's turn Moo's video into a Q&A.
How about
Oh my god, I didn't even kill myself!
Look at it, huh?
Okay, I was trying to hit you with a rocket, but I don't know what it does, and I guess it does nothing.
Wait, who's up there? Oh no, we're stuck. We're stuck, Droid, in the sticky web of my home. Droid, don't do it. Droid, don't do it. Droid, don't do it. Droid.
No, wait, what? How did I die?
Take it back. Thank you, bud. Actually, I did that one, Oh, thank you, Droid. Now you can thank him. Where's Moo sweating? We have two sweaters right here. They're probably invincible and invisible and all this bullshit. What the hell is that, dude? Look at it playing, man. Hey, this is the cinematic angles. Oh, you're drinking these little pussy motions. That's what they are, man. You know for a fact that's what they are. I can fucking smell the testosterone or estrogen. I forgot which one was for women.
I forgot which supplement I took.
When I take too much testosterone, I kind of use it off a bit with a bit of estrogen.
Take the ease off.
Okay, Brian.
There's just so much. I don't know which I have to target for testosterone research. But I am lactating.
What's going on?
I am lactating. I know that.
Lactating. Where's everyone else? We're all okay. No, I see where I am. Wow. Oh, this is
You need to mind your manners around a lady.
Oh, you only can see white people. Wow.
Why would you chase me? I was about to chase me.
Why would you? Maybe because you're talking about
Oh god.
You just ignore droid.
Leave the crossbow.
Please kill him. Oh yeah! You're the alive move. Oh my god! You're my hero, dude.
You fucking
You're my hero.
Brock. How did you live that? Slurped his fucking virginity potion just in the nick of time.
I feel like the two of you should work together against food.
Yeah, that's true, Droid. That's true.
I really feel like you should put your differences aside.
I know why you're here,
You gotta kill the white man.
But I'm still not
That's
sure what
it.
Loki and
Minorities
Doom want
versus
with
the
your
white
boss.
man. We're solving racism right here, right now. Come on, white man.
I don't know how Twitter's gonna feel about you winning this one, Brock. Huh?
I know cooperation.
Better give up right now. Come on with your hands up.
Cancellation, please. It's like King Rocket's blasting off again.
Oh no, it's a white reference.
Magneto and
Oh
Oh,
no,
and I fell to the wall.
the statue of Liberty.
Troy, you might as well just go with it. Wow.
We've prepped a Hulk-proofed vehicle to take you to the Statue of
Never
Liberty.
beat the white
Wolverine will
man.
meet you there.
Oh no, Droid, you better move. Goodbye.
I hope those guys are all right.
We're dropping.
Must be weird seeing something bigger and greener than yourself stomping around for a change. Hey, Bruce?
We're the minorities. We must stick together.
Don't worry. We'll take Lady Liberty down and get you back on top in no
I'm
time.
happy now. Hey, you! I see you. Hey, lady man, you want snowballs?
No.
Oh, what?
Get up! Yes!
Oh, let's go! You got the white man! You got the white man! All the white men are off the server! We could have fixed the
Yes! Yes!
Oh,
We did it right!
Ebony, even side by side without ivory.
Shall call this Minority Island.
Wow.
It's beautiful. Alright, time to kill ourselves.
Why? You just get your freedom.
What are you doing?
What
are you doing?
I'm secretly a
I just realized, Droid, you put
Pulls out the
Thanos in your
mustache.
titles.
Pulls out the mustache.
Hello.
Did any of you guys notice that Droid puts Thanos as Thanos in his titles? It does, like
Well,
a
that was not a crouch jump.
Good job. That's the title. That's your title, Droid. Thanos died lava.
Lava with a B.
You're bad with a big B, Thanos.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Let's go. ASMR. Very quickly, stopped whispering.
Hell terrorizer, please. Anybody, I'll give you $50. I know you like that.
I know you're.
He'll never stop bragging. Yeah.
I
killed himself.
So I get 50.
That'll be $50 PayPal for you.
Yeah,
I got the 50.
Look at that, my check box.
My checkbox. My checkbox. My brain chat box. Look at my checkbox.
Alright, it's the good old minorities versus the white man. So, depending on how this ends up, is depending on how Twitter will evaluate our careers.
I see the white man.
Oh no!
Yes, that's right.
You're the greatest!
We did it.
I'm being bullied! I'm being sure to be the greatest!
No, I'm on Droid's team. We won.
Evan, you pushed me right as I used that rocket and it launched me.
I know what I was doing, bitch.
Droid was so oblivious to the fact when all that was happening. I win. Okay. Alright, GG's.
Talk it up, talk it up, talk it up, my oh my. Talk it up, talk it up, talk it up, my oh my. Talk it up, talk it up, talk it up, my oh my. rock it up, rock it up, rock it up, my oh my baby. Said I'm your perfect girl.
What characters can we...
We raised the bar on bar food, which...
Spoiled son rejects his military dad.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Is he playing Warzone? Is that Warzone?
Maybe he's a gamer.
Our man is with the time.
You're in the military, Dad, you idiot? Yeah, I'll play Call of Duty, dumbass. I can do more than you with a weapon.
What?
Hey, Rick, you're gonna trigger my PTSD. Turn it down, son.
Don't say grenade in the house, son.
It falls on the floor immediately.
Damn.
Shoe his parents?
Yeah, back off, bitch.
Notice his name is Eric. Makes total sense. Yep. What were the usernames? Someone said the usernames, LMAO.
You can't. I
can't fucking read them.
They just trolled us. They just wasted our
Just
time.
got trolled.
XX, Starman XX.
Probably was. 10th Prestige Starman.
Nailed that line.
Dad, I was about to win Warzone. Yeah. You ever got a victory royale, Dad? Didn't fucking think so. Get the fuck out of my face.
Bullshit service.
Purple heart, Smurple heart. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Honorable discharge, honorably fuck off, Dad. Fuck you.
Look as tall in real life.
What came first, Howard or the egg?
Like card mobile. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Oh my god! He's right among us!
Oh, Starman with the times.
He is
What's
with the
up,
times.
God?
He's about to bid.
I don't know, Eric. You're looking pretty sus.
Mom, I was the imposter.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, what are you doing?
But I'm
fixing my head to Walmart, then go to dinner. Did you get you something to eat?
Oh, not yet.
Oh.
Why is it that everywhere I go, some super shenanigans are never far behind?
Alright, well, I'll just let you know.
Okay.
Make sure you, whenever you let the dogs out, if you want some.
Listen. Oh, I asked Audrey, like, I asked her, like, do you need my help or whatever, and she's like, yeah, it's like a thing that we have to do, like, from 8 to 10 or something.
Okay.
Is there, like, a thing we're doing for homecoming, it's, like, called late night, and it's tomorrow or something?
Alright, so you want to go after...
Yeah.
You want to go after soccer practice?
Oh, it's from 8 to 10.
Okay, well, soccer practice is over at 7.
It's over at 6. Oh. Okay. I mean, I gotta get more details because I don't know where it is.
Okay, we'll find out all the details and let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah, that's a real line! Oh, God. Oh, man. What the fuck? It's bad when we're saying ironic shit and we're right. I know.
That passage would be too small for most people to get into.
Not even the other imposter in the game. He didn't sacrifice him.
When he puts us on himself, then he would get voted out instead of me. And I was never in the service.
I was the other
Call of Duty
imposter.
veteran.
Tell about all the imposters that lost their lives.
Ammo!
He was doing vitals.
He got caught venting.
And he's crying too. That makes it so much better. We lost that round because of that dumbass.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Whew. I should have shot my son onto a napkin.
Spoiled. Spoiled little dumbass. I am XX Starman XX on the gravestone.
You know he's buried here, son's corpse husband.
Donkey Ray knew he was imposter. We voted him out and looked at where he ended up. We had to get you off that iPad, son. Only had vented a few seconds sooner. God. Oh my fucking god! Slap his head! Slap him! Seriously. Yeah. Take your PTSD out on this kid. I'm kidding.
Pulls out a gun and buries him, shoots him. This is your grave. I'm here to kill you, son. Oh my god. Oh shit. Maybe if you talk to your dad for 3 seconds, kid. Jeez. This one has some high production compared to the other one. It's solid. Wholesome. I'm in tears.
I was one of the first ones you remember having breakfast with my brother celebrating moments before was the last kill I had. Got it battle. Every outcome.
It looks like Star Wars fucking the acting
good for YouTube.
Yeah,
Good for
acting and
YouTube.
the editing is so just
It's good for Darman.
We're back.
Dad, just press R1 to throw it back. This story's stupid.
Yeah,
He would say that. Oh shit.
He
Damn.
sacrificed his own life so that we could live instead.
Bro, they're hacking, bro. Okay, Chad.
Aimbot.
Was the pin still in? Press F to throw.
And I was able to go back home and see your mom again. I held her and cried harder than I had ever cried before.
fact that he was yelling "grenade, grenade" at the start of this video, playing Warzone.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, Garmin.
It all ties in.
So what did you? I don't know, man. You could've just, had a big oopsie.
I'm changed now, Dad.
It'd be funny if he'd be like, I don't give a damn.
Why hasn't he reached mine? Chad. Enough, Chad.
You're in timeout, Chad.
Buy him back, Dad.
Eric back. You see, son, your uncle Eric lost the gulag. Like, where's my Among Us?
Just kidding.
I heard there's a way to extract heroin from poppy seeds.
We can sell this and get the money to buy him back.
Oh, man. They're giving out free ships? Seriously, I'm asking.
Cash card, days card, instant. Just open Cash App, choose the treasure this morning from Save Out, and notified as soon as you pay. The Cash card is connected to your Cash card, so when your friends see you ask, you can spend your funds with the Cash card instantly. Now that's a feature-packed debit card worth checking out. Don't forget to check for new boosts before you use your card today. Download Cash App now and design your custom card today.
Somebody getting Brooklyn style or hand tossed or French thin crust? Hand tossed. Maybe I should get hand tossed. I miss my dad.
Bro, I guess that's where we're going today. Hey, why is he coming down?
What was crushed? He crushed me. She go down on the elevator.
Nah, but I went down on you. Whoa.
Oh.
No.
I didn't mean Where's the fucking good attachments to this?
I feel like I right now.
Never mind it.
I got you. My
Why? He listening to Corpse's new album?
No, it's right. He'll train them honest. What did you say? Just
What fucking year is that? Was he still in a wheelchair back then when he released that? He released that when he was undergrad. We know you're faking it!
Shut up, Parkinson's.
You think Drake is parked in the handicap spot?
Yeah, he went, just hold on, I'm parking up.
A baby stinky. This has got to stop. Boy, you sound like Scooby-Doo. A baby slinky. What the fuck is going? Did he ban him? I'm going gay. Going gay. You know the transition with the ring that then transforms him into ghost? And instead of his hair going white, it turns into little man. I got water, and then I also got I got a bag of bubbles, and then, I don't know, these little tornado chips. Bugles, my guy? Oh, bugles are great. Wait, what? Bubbles. Wait, did you call them bubbles? Wait, guys, listen. There's no way this is not bubbles, bro. There's no way this is not bubbles, bro. No fucking way this ain't bubbles. No fucking way this shit ain't bubbles, bro. Something like some Powerade, Powerade. Sorry. One of these days will land. One of these days it'll land. That's like a third time version trying to land that joke. One behind Jizz. Behind Jizz. That's a weird call out. Who the fuck is Jizz? Let's try to warn the It's a little bit too late for that. Dude, this sun gotta go. This gotta go, bro. Hey boy, you can eat my AK all night. Don't show me my pussy's tight. Yo, what the fuck are you smoking, bro? You smoking that Montero? This is my gun! Oh, it is. Oh my, damn, it hit me so hard, stuck in my tracks. So what we hitting today, Grizzly? I'm ready. 20 pounds maximum. Whoa, calm down there. Okay, if it opens again, I just go back to the hospital. I got really blue. You're trying to walk up your gulag, bro. I ain't got enough to buy you back, bro. Wait, Maz, are you in this call? I mean, are you in the stream? Everybody's speaking right now. I'm calling him. I know he's making the same mistake that everybody else is making right now. You put your code in already? Alright, show me your screen real quick. Am I actually? Guys, it's very sad. MP5 or MP40, kinda broken. They did not just spawn me in somebody's fucking crosshair. Get off me, your dog shit. Yeah, nigga. What he said. Jesus, that's fucking smart. Bro. Oh my god, bro. They gave you a fucking first class ticket to the light, bro. Game frozen again. Stop! Let me play! Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm getting gas. You either say you're getting gas or getting dig up the ass. Bro, you got cut off and that was not in a good way for you.
Gee, that show on Broadway last night was a real
for later, man.
Hey,
come on, oh, maybe I can see at the side wasn't fucking there. Let me clean up my monitor real quick. Like no speech buffer mode type out of the wall. I just spawned in the wall. I'm blowing myself up. Don't care. Get me back in the game. What? Grizzly's fucking cheating. Oh, it paused. We lost. Damn, Grizzly's your fault, bro. Yeah, Grizzly, bro. I know, you guys lost your best fucking player. Alright. I'm out. McDonald's chips are the best. It's also makes it slow. It's like a potato moment. Yeah. Oh, dude, I go to the hospital once. This is what happened. See some weird shit when you're all the way zoomed in. What the? This hill right here, bro. Wait, how is this guy here? What the fuck did I just see? Have you experienced that? I hope I never do. I want to experience that. Why the fuck would you ever want to experience that? I want to see if I can tame the beast. That shit's scary. Just wait till I move. Wait till I get off this bed. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna go smoke the joint and then I'll be down. Yeah, I gotta smoke hog. I got hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Nah, I don't feel that. No, that's not it, bro. I have Montauk cookies. You know that brand? Nah, but if I taste it, I remember. That was good. No, you want a cookie after that joke? Wow, my body actually disappeared from that explosion. You in the afterlife? Yeah. You was a ghost? Wow, my body really just disappeared. Yeah, my shit really just gone, huh? At least it went out in the bank. That's what I would say. I would not say it finally. I'm noticing now the lens flares are all just PNG. They really are. There was something falling from the sky. You can get. There was something falling from the sky, and it was just a PNG following it. Yeah, just put that there, yeah, nobody fucking noticed, man. Yeah, bring it down, just make it float down. Yeah, I'm who cares? Yeah, I like MILFs. I get them occasionally. Yeah, you know me. You know me? Yeah, shut up. I really wish they gave it to me. I would love to have an appendix jar. What? You want your have it on your shelf behind your room? Yeah, I'll have it on my shelf behind me. So you should have put it in your lava lamp. I said that. People ask what's that in the fucking lamp? He's like, yeah, a clone. You fucking love yes. Let us know. You continue to fuck with her if she had a child. Yes. Okay. Totally real. Any more questions? That's a classic vine. Oh my god, but you're funny for a second. I'm not talking looking at the gym. Yes. That's a different ball. Park. You want to buy a necklace that Beyonce wore?
Yeah, she was wearing it. I know. That was
What
okay, but
fuck?
how cool would I be if I was
No, would it get any cooler?
I was
No, I don't know, dude. No good. I'm getting off.
You're not even gonna graduate. You're just gonna be in debt.
Were they wrong?
Okay.